circle of doom.
Da 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 da. In this video, I'm going to analyze how a circle can prove the existence of God. Now, as you'll see from this diagram of a circle, that is not a circle. Who put that up? Was it you, outright lie? No, don't even answer that. I don't want to hurt people who are wearing earphones. Put up the circle. Okay, so as I was saying, this diagram of a circle, that's two triangles. Those are put up. Oh my word. Whoever's doing this is going to get in big trouble. If you don't... Alright, that's better. Now, as I was saying, so this diagram of a circle is supposed to prove that there's a God somehow. That's not a... Oh my word. This isn't... You're fired. You're fired, okay? Okay, so where was I? You know what? I can't even explain it. Just go straight to the video.
Have them participate in a little demonstration. Of course, they're going to agree to it. And what you'll do is you take a piece of paper like this, and then you're going to draw a circle.
Or in his case, a really, really bad oval.
You're going to say, okay, Mr. Atheist, can we agree, for the purposes of this illustration, can we just agree that all the knowledge that exists in the universe exists inside this circle? Is that okay?
No, that's not okay. Goodbye. Oh, wait. I was supposed to play along. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, sure. That's a circle. Hold on, let me put up my circle again. That's the Triforce. That proves Zelda's gods, not the god that he's talking about, okay? Just put up the circle and don't put back Triforce. We'll talk about that some other time, maybe. Circle. Got it. Thank you.
And the atheist is going to say, yes, that's okay. And what you do is you'll hand them a pen and you'll ask them to mark how much of this knowledge they currently possess.
Alright, so I guess I'm going to treat this like it's a pie chart. I'll just go ahead and mark this as the amount of knowledge that I possess. You know, that doesn't look quite right. Let's fill that in there. No, that looks really confusing. Let's just remove that piece of knowledge that I already have altogether, and then we'll just be left with the knowledge that I don't have. Alright, I like that. So, okay, the missing portion is the knowledge that I do have. Everything else is the knowledge that I don't have.
And they're going to put a little dot here, okay?
But I don't want to put a little dot in. I have a lot of knowledge, and I'll put a little dot in later.
So you're going to say, Mr. Atheist, I just want to make sure I get this correct. If all the knowledge that exists in the universe exists inside this circle, and the current knowledge that you do currently possess exists inside this little dot, is it possible that in the knowledge that you do not yet possess, God exists someplace in there?
Okay, so you're saying that all the knowledge that I don't have, God could be there. We need to represent God somehow. I'm going to pick yellow to represent God, so let's go ahead and fill that in. Okay, so all the yellow is the knowledge that I don't have, and somewhere in there could possibly be God. You did mention put in a dot, so I need to have another dot of knowledge here, though, so hold on. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So there's my dot of knowledge, and the knowledge that I already had, and all the other places that God could be. But you said inside the universe. There's a problem. If this represents the universe, God is posited as being outside the universe, so I need to put God outside the universe. Hold on. Okay, so God's outside of the universe, and there's my knowledge, and then my other knowledge, and then God could be in there. But then God wouldn't be in this universe, he'd be out there. So hold on, let me fix that here. Okay, that's better. Now we have the yellow that's going to represent God, the sort of darkish yellow. I don't think that that's really showing up as well as I wanted it to, but oh well, whatever. And then the rest of the knowledge that could contain God maybe, and my knowledge that you said to put there. And is it possible that God's there? I guess. I don't know. It depends what you mean by God. So continue, please.
And of course he's going to have to say, yes, I guess that is possible. God could exist there. So you have to ask yourself, is the belief in atheism a credible belief? So let me ask you something else. Demonstration's over, by the way.
What do you mean the demonstration's over? I didn't learn anything yet. Is God inside the universe or outside the universe? I mean, I thought God was supposed to be outside the universe. And oh my word, the universe just ate God. Oh, the humanity. Why? Why, universe? Why?
Since we know in some gigantic cosmic circle all the knowledge in the universe does exist, and we know that no human could ever possess that knowledge. The only thing that we know is that in some giant cosmic circle, all the knowledge in the universe does exist, and it was put there by somebody or something.
Go. Just go on without me, logical fallacy counter. Just go on.
Well, the somebody or something that put it there has to be greater than that knowledge, or they could never have put it there. The only logical conclusion would be that God put it there. Otherwise, it could not exist. And as long as an atheist will never have absolute knowledge of all of the things, all the knowledge that exists inside that circle, they can never make an honest claim, or I should say an honest claim they can make, because sometimes they don't know, but they can never make a bold claim saying that God does not exist unless they possess absolute knowledge or all the knowledge that does exist inside that circle. That's it for the videos. Thank you for watching.
Alright, I've pulled myself together. Okay, so... Oh, God is dead. It's so sad. If only there was a movie that said that that wasn't the case, so I could just pretend like it wasn't true. Oh well. Anyway, so we've got 10 logical fallacies, at least. And I didn't actually play the video from the beginning. So there might be more. So, was it really fair to not start from the beginning of his video? Let's go ahead and watch that, just to make sure.
Okay, this is our last video, and this video is titled, Is Atheism Credible? Atheists don't believe that there is a God, and I just want to give you a demonstration to see whether or not atheism, the belief in atheism, is actually credible. Whenever you're talking to an atheist, you ask them if you can have them participate in a little demonstration. Of course, they're going to agree to it. And what you'll do is you'll take...
Okay, now we're caught up. So, 12 logical fallacies. Pretty bad for a very extraordinarily pathetic demonstration. Now, the whole oval drawing in and of itself is kind of pathetic, but is this really what theists have been reduced to? Trying to get people to go along with analogies in order to make their points? That's really a weak argument. Now, I've said it before, say it again, an argument to analogy isn't always fallacious. It is in this case because this doesn't actually line up with how reality works. All of the knowledge that we could gain in this circle is then equivocated to there is all this knowledge in the universe. No, that's not the same thing as he was talking about before. And then he also switches atheism from a lack of belief to a belief, and then from a lack of belief to there is no God. So he switches that 2 or 3 times, but nonetheless, no to all of that. If you want to have an analogy, okay, fine, but do realize that that's already a weaker argument, even if the analogy is valid. And sometimes analogies are useful. Sometimes that's the only thing that we can do to explain a complicated matter, is to have an analogy. But when you can avoid it, do avoid it. So this whole thing requires your participation, which is why earlier I said, no, I'm not fine with that. Goodbye. Don't participate in this sort of stupid thing. And yes, that ends the conversation, but say, instead of that, why not just give me the evidence for the thing that you're claiming that is or isn't the case, or whatever it is? I would just like you to present empirical evidence. I would just like a repeatable test. I would just like a logically coherent argument. Not, is it possible that X is true? Because I can't even answer that. If it's logically possible, then it's possible. That's true. But that's true of everything. It's true of unicorns and flying dinosaurs. It's true of leprechauns and Bigfoot. It's true of a number of things. Now, they are not here on this planet, but they could be on a different planet somewhere in the universe. And given the number of planets in the universe, the odds kind of favor that that could happen. But even then, you don't know that that's the case. So what you lack is proof that it is the case. It's not enough to just say it could be, because that still leaves plenty of room to be skeptical. And yeah, sure, it could be, but I'm skeptical of it until I find out that it is. And to fill in a gap of knowledge with God is another logical fallacy, God of the gaps, which is all this is. Go ahead, put another number on their logical fallacy counter. We have 13 logical fallacies. We do not have a logically coherent argument, and unless and until we do, we have to continue to be skeptical of the conclusions.